Welcome to Stickman Odd Facts. Today we're heading to Dorset, a stunning bit of southern England with dramatic cliffs, ancient ruins, and a deep love for fish-based tomfoolery. But behind the postcard views lies a county full of strange history, chalky giants, abandoned villages, and singing beaches. Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about Dorset's biggest and most exposed resident, the Cairn Abbas giant. This enormous chalk figure is carved right into a hillside near the village of Cairn Abbas. He's 180 feet tall, carries a massive club, and he's completely starkers. Not even a fig leaf. Historians are baffled. Is he an ancient fertility god, a Roman hero, a 17th century prank gone rogue? No one knows. What we do know is that people used to visit him to boost their fertility. In fact, couples would spend the night up there. Romantic or awkward? You decide. Next, we head to the coast, specifically to the long, sweeping stretch of Chesil Beach. It looks like an ordinary pebble beach until you walk on it. The pebbles actually make a strange, squeaky, musical sound beneath your feet. Some say each stretch of beach has its own pitch, so locals can tell where they are just by the noise under their boots. Scientists say it's down to the size and shape of the pebbles rubbing together. We say the beach is just trying to get a record deal. Dorset may be home to ancient fossils, but it also has modern traditions that are, well, fishy. Every year in Lyme Regis, locals take part in the Great Fish Duel, an epic foam fish fight between two people dressed as a mackerel and a haddock. Why? No one really knows. But it's part of Regatta and Carnival Week, and it's become a highlight of the summer. Spectators cheer, fish fly through the air, and dignity is left somewhere on the beach. It's absurd, it's brilliant, and it's probably the only time you'll see seafood take part in hand-to-hand combat. Now let's talk about Corfe Castle, a stunning medieval fortress perched high on a hill, or rather, what's left of it. During the English Civil War, Parliament didn't want the royalists using the castle, so they ordered it destroyed. But instead of invading, the locals did something a bit more dramatic. They packed the place with explosives and blew it sky high. That's right, Dorset blew up its own castle. Today, the ruins still stand, crooked, shattered, and looking like the opening scene of a historical disaster movie. Last but not least, we visit the eerie and fascinating village of Tyneham, a real-life ghost town. In 1943, during World War II, the British Army evacuated the entire village so they could use the land for military training. Residents were told it was temporary. They left their homes, their school books, even milk on the tables. But they were never allowed to return. The village was never reoccupied. Today, Tyneham remains frozen in time, with crumbling cottages, empty classrooms, and the feeling that someone might walk around the corner at any second, even though no one's lived there in 80 years. It's peaceful, haunting, and oddly beautiful, like walking through a Dorset time capsule. So, from chalk giants and musical beaches to exploding castles and foam fish battles, Dorset proves that history doesn't have to be boring. In fact, it's wonderfully weird. If you enjoyed this episode of Stickman Odd Facts, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which place we should explore next. See you next time.